We are back live. Breakfast of Champions here on KCOU 88.1 FM, your student voice from Mizzou Athletics. Ooh, I love the 03 Classics. Bring it back in. Just enjoy the moment. It is Super Bowl weekend here on Breakfast of Champions. We got a lot to get into, guys. We're going to be talking about everything Super Bowl. It's an hour packed. We got prop bets with the betting man. You see him on the end of the live stream here. Ryan Crothers joins me alongside the ever so dashing Mr. Brandon Anthony. Getting jiggy with it here on a Friday. Feel Good Friday. So, guys, we got a lot to get into as I fade out this music here. So, again, prop bets. We're going to be making our game picks. We got so much to be looking forward to. In the meantime, before we even get into the statistics and break down and have this talk on who's going to win and whatnot, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We got a huge fresh brew, including some quarterback conundrum, as well as the NBA All-Stars game is back. Not a lot of people are happy about that, believe it or not. In the league, there is a lot of irate folk, including the king himself. We don't have that soundbite, but just know he's a little irate. I'll get that quote for you in a bit, but I'm going to swing it over to Mr. Ryan Crothers to start us off on the show here for the fresh brew that we got. Ryan, we got some trending news. QB Conundrum, my man. Take it away.
Yeah, most certainly. To start off this fresh brew, mix in a little, maybe a little caramel, a little caffeine, maybe a little creamer.
Exactly what I'm having. Exactly what I'm having.
Cup number 2?
Yeah.
Cup number 2. We're all on cup number 2.
Grande.
Let's start with the QB Conundrum. Say that 5 times fast.
QB Conundrum. QB Conundrum. QB Conundrum. QB Conundrum. QB Conundrum.
I didn't mean literally, but that was pretty impressive.
I'll try.
This past weekend, anyways, Brandon, I believe you were crying in the club.
That's right.
I was.
over this move regarding Matty Stafford.
Oh, Matthew. Poor San Francisco. What happened, man? What happened?
Well, anyways, the move we're talking about on Saturday, longtime Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford found a new home as the heavily demanded Matt Stafford was shipped off to Los Angeles Rams in return for as the Lions QB. The trade itself.
Yes.
This is from Adam Schefter.
My fault. Sorry.
The Rams send to Detroit Jared Goff, 2 first-round picks, 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
And a third-round pick from this year's draft. The Rams said, man, those first-round picks, they just never work out for us. We don't need them. When do you think the Rams will ever pick in the first round again? Like 2045?
I don't know. I feel like it's been a decade since we've seen them pick in the first round. The last one was Jared Goff, I think.
No, the last first-round pick they had was Goff. But the last first-round pick they had that's still on the team is Aaron Donald.
Dang.
So, I mean, the Rams do not care about first-round picks. But anyways, Matt Stafford, obviously a very high price. I was not expecting that high of a price for him. But I will say I love seeing that price go for him because, one, he deserves it. He's the most underappreciated and underrated quarterback in the league, no doubt. And I feel for him. He's finally out of Detroit. Calvin Johnson's kicking himself right now. He's jealous.
More like the joint, Ryan. Or Brandon, did you have anything to add on that?
Yeah, hey, the Rams gave up their whole future for Matthew Stafford, which is all cool. And, I was crying last weekend. But coming and realizing this week as the week went on, hey, we still got first-round picks.
Yeah.
Quarterback situation still a little iffy, but hey, we still got a future. We still got a future. It's
Optimism.
going to be okay. It's only Matthew Stafford.
I love it.
It's not like it's Tom Brady or someone coming into L.A. to take the reins.
Preach, brother.
San Francisco will be just fine.
I love it.
I
love it.
We got our picks.
Yeah.
We didn't give up half our draft picks, half our draft capital. So
I love that attitude. I absolutely
that's my
love
attitude
it
this morning.
I love it.
But yeah, besides the Matthew Stafford news, sticking with that, we got some NBA news regarding the NBA All-Star Game. As March 7th, the All-Stars will head to Atlanta, Georgia. The league announced this move just yesterday as the Players Association agreed to the event being held. Sources told The Athletic's Shams Charania.
Sir, Shams Charania. Shammy.
Shams Charania. So, we will have an All-Star Game this year. How about that?
Yeah, and, the original event was said to be held in Indianapolis this year, but obviously due to COVID-19, that didn't work out, and we thought we weren't going to get an All-Stars game. But, matter of fact, details are continuing to funnel through. Reports are saying that the traditional All-Stars week is going to return as scheduled, including a skills competition. Obviously, this would include your three-point contest, dunk contest. Are we going to get a Celebrity All-Stars game? Highly doubt that, but we'll get the skills competition at least, which I would be satisfied with. I mean, it's pretty fun to watch. So league sources are saying that the proceeds of this event are going to go to historically black college universities, and then the COVID-19 relief for America. Additionally, the NBA is eyeing this event as a way to potentially recoup some of their financial losses from this season, as COVID-19 has definitely put a damper on the fan attendance. So we'll see how that pans out. All right, enough of that business. Now we get into the fun stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Wake up with Breakfast of Champions here on KCOU. Once again, I got the OG group here with me. Ryan Crothers to my left, Brandon Anthony to my right. We're gonna do this like first take style. This is gonna be crazy today because it's gonna be all arguing and a little bit of tension, and we're running off of entirely caffeine and maybe a little bit of water. So we got a game. One more game of the year. Who would have thought that we would see a Super Bowl 55 amidst a year of flexibility, amidst a year of uncertainty? But just like, this is like you couldn't have it in any better way than what we are going to see on Sunday. And that is the young GOAT, arguably, I'll say arguably with the air quotes, versus the GOAT. And I'll say arguably because we have a Joe Montana and a Peyton Manning fan in the room. But, and I'm a Peyton Manning fan. Joe Montana, I can make the argument. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. It's Super Bowl 55. It's in Tampa. 22,000 fans in attendance. The Weeknd is going to be performing. Why did I point at Ryan like he was the Weeknd? I don't know. I just felt energetic. It was the caffeine.
Feel my face when I'm with you.
But I love it. Oh, I can't sing.
I'm basically the Weeknd. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Ooh, Blake Shelton, call me up, man.
Oh my gosh. This man, look, I hope we have prop bets on that. We'll get into that conversation in a minute. So guys, let's just start the conversation. How did we get here? I'll set the stage. Y'all get ready to argue because it's going to get crazy in a minute. So the Chiefs come into this game, obviously finished the regular season 14-2. The Bucks 11-5. That was a 68.8 win percentage for the Bucks, 87.5 win percentage for the Chiefs. Records within their respective divisions. Both had a record of 4-2. On the road this year, the Chiefs 8-0. This is something to note. The Bucks 6-2 on the road. Rather, at home, the Bucks are 5-3 and the Chiefs are 6-2. It don't matter where you go; they're taking the butt whooping with them. Sounds like the Kansas City Chiefs have everything going for them. Now we open it up. First question of the day, and I'm going to swing it to Brandon first because Ryan opened us up on Fresh Brew. Brandon, does home field advantage for the first time forever ever? We are seeing this Super Bowl being played in the home field of an opponent. Does the home field play an advantage for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going into the Super Bowl 55? Is that going to be something to note going into this game?
Hell yeah, I think it's going to be something to note.
Say it with your chest, boy.
It's the first ever team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. It's definitely going to matter. There's going to be fans there regardless of the pandemic. And, Tampa Bay is going to be walking into the Super Bowl. They're going to be in their own – actually, I think they're the away team for the Super Bowl, but they're going to be in their own stadium in the visitors' locker room. Mm-hmm. They're going to have some fans pull up the Raymond James. I would assume being in Tampa Bay, absolutely it matters. It's important.
Okay. All right. And, I mean, Ryan, what do you think?
I'm glad this was the first question because I prepared for this one. And I didn't even know you were going to ask it.
You know what? I'm blessing people today.
I mean, you knew it'd come up, but
hit me with it. Preach, baby, preach.
Let's compare to a different sport.
Okay.
Because, like you said, this is the first time in NFL history the home team, the team in the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl stadium, is a team in the Super Bowl. I don't know how to talk. Anyways,
I think I know where you're going with this, but go on.
the Chiefs are 8-0 on the road, which is what you said.
Yeah.
They already won once in Raymond James Stadium.
You right.
That was a game where Tyreek Hill was like, "Oh, I'll just have like 250 receiving yards in the first quarter."
That's true.
Which, by the way, he's going to have a big game on Sunday.
You think so?
Not as big as Travis Kelce, but anyways,
Hot take.
let's compare it to, you guys always talk about basketball and stuff, and you never talk about the true nitty gritty, manliest sport out there besides maybe rugby, hockey.
I was going to say soccer, but you beat me to the punch. Go ahead.
Soccer, we could debate that another day because I love soccer. Don't be hating on soccer.
Serious face. All right.
Yeah, serious now. Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
They always say the Stanley Cup is by far the hardest trophy to win because it's 2.5 months of every other day getting hit nonstop. The fans in those stadiums get so loud that home ice advantage really does matter. So I figured, why not take a look at the last 10 Stanley Cup winners and looking at the clinching game, was the team at home or was the team on the road? Because that plays a huge factor. Believe it or not, the last 4 Stanley Cup winners all won the series clinching game on the road.
Wow.
I'm excluding the Tampa Bay Lightning from this previous year because that was during the COVID season.
Okay.
They were both on the road.
Yeah.
So the last 4 have all won on the road.
Huh.
7 of the last 10 all won the clinching game on the road.
Huh.
So when the moment comes, when the biggest moment of the respected sports, like that stage, the road team pulls out. They show up. Only 3 times has the home team won in the Stanley Cup final. I mean, that's the only thing we can really compare it to. You can look at the NBA and all that. It's just not as physical demanding as hockey is. So that's why I wanted to bring up hockey. But it's like, wow, you would expect the home team to usually come out. So I wonder if that's what's going to happen on Sunday. Will the Chiefs, I mean, they're pretty darn good on the road, obviously.
Yeah.
And we've never seen a team host a Super Bowl before.
If you want to get technical, and I really like that point. I mean, that's a good point, and I knew that would be right up your alley as soon as you said, let me compare this to another sport. But if you want to get technical, the Bucks here are technically the away team because that's how they agreed upon, but technically the home team. So I get what you're saying, but I'm assuming that you're saying that the Kansas City Chiefs can take the butt whooping with them. It don't matter where they're going. They could play home. They could play away. They're going to cater the can of you-know-what with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and I also think that the Bucks team, I don't want to say overrated, but I feel like their path to the Super Bowl was a lot easier than the Chiefs' path.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
And
that's fair. That's fair.
The Bucks did win 2 games on the road to get to the Super Bowl. That's mad props. Yes, they'll be in the road team locker room.
Yeah.
But it is still their home stadium.
Uh-huh.
And they'll sleep in their own beds the night before. Maybe, I don't know with COVID, but they will be able to see family most likely the day before, and they know where to go to eat on game day and this whole weekend. They've been home. They've been chillaxing at home for 2 weeks. Chiefs have been in Kansas City.
Huh?
I mean, it's not a huge difference to go travel. They do it all season. Mm-hmm. But I do think that home field advantage could play a factor, but if you look at another sport, it doesn't all the time.
Yeah.
When it comes down to the line, which I thought it was interesting.
I guess my question to you, Brandon, is, I mean, as he alluded to, the Chiefs are used to traveling. I mean, like, do you take this all into is it going to play an effect to you, the fact that the Chiefs are having to go to, through this routine of going into confinement again one more time for the season and having to travel away? I mean, do you see that as a factor in how they prepare for game day, or do you think it's just routine for them?
I honestly think it's just routine at this point, Keegan. I mean, they're going to Tampa Bay. It's the Super Bowl. It should be routine just for them. Like you said, like you alluded to, no matter where they're playing, they always find a way to bring out the butt whooping.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
yeah. So I mean, I don't think it plays a factor that they're going to be on the road. I think they're going to come ready to play regardless. Yeah. And Tampa Bay being at home, they better not let that affect them in terms of how they play, because it can easily be a distraction. You look up and you're in your home stadium, and all of a sudden you have a team from the road coming in and ready to unleash the can of butt whooping on Super Bowl Sunday. So
this is Brady's 10th Super Bowl, so I would want to see, and I should have looked this up, but the stats on him being in a home versus him being the away team, how he's performed, in a home jersey, how he's performed in an away jersey. Ryan, I felt like you were going to add something to that because you might have a fact on it. Do you have a factoid?
You mentioned that. I have.
Oh, he's got a factoid.
I don't have the specific stats.
Oh, it's all right. It happens.
But I did, and we could save this for a little bit later, but you were talking about it.
Yeah.
The last 10 Super Bowl winners, two times did the team wearing their colored jerseys win the Super Bowl. Only two. The Chiefs and the Packers. Every other time in the last 10 years, 10 Super Bowls, the team was wearing white. Tom Brady himself, 4-0 when wearing white.
Wow.
4-0. 2-2 when wearing a color jersey. Wait, he's 4-1 wearing white. Sorry.
I was going to say, he lost to the Eagles, didn't he? Yeah.
Typo. Fat fingers,
It's okay. It happens to me,
too. He's 4-1
too.
when wearing white. 4-1 when wearing it. I knew he played 5 there, but anyways. He's 4-1 when wearing white. 2-2 when wearing, that navy blue that the Patriots have. Mahomes, 1-0 wearing his color jerseys. So that's a huge
it don't matter.
So that's Tom Brady. He's technically, well, not technically. He is better when being the road team in the Super Bowl.
I wish superstitions were like a thing. Say you didn't perform good in the home jersey in the first half, and then you just come prepared as a player, pack the away jersey, and be like, all right, y'all can wear red, I'm going to wear white. We're going to try to make things better. That's so stupid. It's the coffee talking. All right, switching gears. So one of the things I noticed when I was looking at, doing my research and everything, we really have to take into consideration the key matchups, because there's a lot of things you could look at. And just like any Super Bowl, there's a lot of things you could point to be factors. Just like any typical game, there are factors to look at. I've got 5 here that came to mind out of nowhere yesterday, and this is in part because I was looking up the defenses and offenses and comparing where they ranked. So Mahomes versus the Tampa Bay pass rush is the top story, because Mike Remmers is going to be the starting offensive tackle for Eric Fisher. And Mitchell Schwartz has been out since the beginning of the season. Also, I'm trying to think of the doctor that was the offensive guard. He was the starting offensive guard, 6th-round pick, I want to say, from Kansas City. But he also, I think he's a doctor in Canada, I want to say. And he stepped aside this season due to COVID to help out with the situation of COVID-19. So they're without that piece. And I believe all those guys played in the last Super Bowl. And they don't have those components to the offensive line this year. How significant is this, or if any significance at all, or do you look at another one of these? Are you eyeing another part of these key matchups here that might be a little more significant than that conversation piece? That one being the main one of the week so far. Brandon, I'll let you take it. What do you think, man?
Yeah, so we were talking about Ryan talking about Tyreek Hill's big 250-yard performance the first time these two played in the regular season. That, for me, is a key to the game is Hill, Tyreek Hill versus Tampa Bay secondary. Is Tampa Bay going to come out and have a plan for Tyreek Hill is my question, because you sure as hell can't let him come out and torch you again for 250 yards in the Super Bowl. So Tampa Bay better have a plan in terms of, and I'm sure they will have a plan. Todd Bowles, I'm sure will have his stuff figured out this time around to defend Tyreek Hill for sure. But, I mean, Tyreek Hill is that good where he can still be a big factor in the game. So it'll be that's a matchup to keep an eye out for me.
If Hill puts up his midseason numbers, my roommate and I had this conversation yesterday. If Hill puts up his midseason numbers like he did against Tampa the first time they matched up, is this game going to be a blowout if they can't contain a guy like Tyreek Hill? Just Tyreek Hill alone, is that the big concern here for the Tampa Bay Bucks?
Yeah, I think it is a big concern if Tyreek Hill's the one getting going because, I mean, then you have Tyreek Hill to worry about, and then you also have Travis Kelce. I don't think Sammy Watkins is going to play, but you have, I mean, even if you slow down Tyreek Hill, you still have Travis Kelce. So either way, even if Tyreek Hill has a game like he did the first time or doesn't have a game like the first time, the Chiefs are still going to find ways to get the ball to Travis Kelce too, and all their other weapons on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Ryan, what do you think?
Look, if you can stop Tyreek Hill, it's a moral victory. Oh, Tyreek Hill only had like 60 receiving yards
In the first quarter?
Yeah. But then the Chiefs have Travis Kelce
And Mecole Hardman.
and McCole Hardman
And good running backs.
and Pringle. Pringle's actually
The
really
snack
fast,
that smiles
so-
back.
And you're just like, as a defensive player, you're like, what the heck do you expect me to do? You want me to stop this entire offense? No way. I mean, the only team this year that truly slowed down the Chiefs' offense was the Denver Broncos
That's true.
on Sunday Night Football in Kansas City. That was the only team to truly slow down the Chiefs. They only had one touchdown offensively,
Yeah.
which, of all teams, you're like, really? The Broncos? Like, I'm a Broncos fan, but you're like, really? We're the only ones to stop this offense?
Well, even so, the game in Denver, it was just a matter of special teams and them making plays miraculously. Our offense did not show up. Our defense played well.
Well, our offense never shows up. So,
Yeah.
But the Chiefs' offense is so good that even if you slow down Tyreek Hill, you still have a good chance, a great chance, to give up lots of yards and lots of points on that drive. If the Chiefs wanted to, this is if they wanted to, they could come out and run the ball. Maybe not on the Bucs defense, but on a typical defense. I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's a pretty good running back. They even have
Pretty good.
Le'Veon Bell is like he's not like good anymore, but he's a tempo running back.
Productive.
Even if they wanted to, Darrell Williams. I mean, the Andy Reid system of offense is so beautiful that it does not. If you slow down one person on that offense, unless that one person is Mahomes, you are still in huge trouble.
Preach, Reverend. Preach.
That's just it.
Well, look, here's the thing for me, and I've said it for 2 weeks in a row. If I'm Todd Bowles, I'm preaching to this linebacking core. Watch the choreography and stay disciplined. What do I mean by watch the choreography? Watch the design. You see the jet sweeps. Last year, you talk about the goal line action that you saw. They did the little spin. It was the 1942. They tried to emulate a certain move, and it worked to their advantage. But defenses can get discombobulated when there's movement on the offense, and vice versa. I think you have to stay disciplined if you are Devin White and if you're Shaquille Barrett. And you have to be anticipating those jet sweeps and the end arounds and the up the gut, the trickery. You have to anticipate it every play. That is so cliche to say, but it's true. And you have to be able to stay at home. And it really, like you said last year, it's keeping everything in front of you. You talked about that with the 49ers. That was a good point that you brought up last year, Brandon. Keep everything in front of you. Devin White has played good. Shaq Barrett has played good. You got to play better when you're going up against teams like Kansas City. This is going to be a huge test for Todd Bowles' linebacking core, and I just hope that they can live up to the expectation because, I mean, if this game gets out of hand and Kansas City plays sound offensively, you'll know, if they get that tempo going early and Patrick Mahomes can't be stopped, good luck. I don't think this defense can play from behind with this offense.
See, for me, it's a matter of time of possession. More so than defensive play because Kansas City is going to put up their points. Mm-hmm. I think personally the way Tampa Bay is going to do this, the way they're going to have a chance to win this game is if they come out and run the ball with Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, try to have success that way and keep the ball out of the hands of Mahomes and the offense, run the ball with Tom Brady. Or not Tom Brady. Run the ball with Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones. Yep. Mix in play action with Tom Brady. If you do that, you keep Mahomes on the sideline. I mean, you can't put up stellar numbers if you're sitting on the sideline because the other opposing team's offense is controlling the clock. So for me, time of possession is probably the most important factor of the game because like you said, it's a tough task for Todd Bowles' defense. It's going to be a tough task for Tampa Bay to keep everyone contained on the Kansas City side of the ball. Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. So it'll be ultra important to control the clock and put up a lot of points that way to keep the balls out of the Kansas City's high-powered offense.
That's a great point because the last team that we saw kind of successfully do that against Kansas City, every team – it almost seems tries to do that because they know how good Kansas City's offense is. So every team tries to mimic it. They try to do it. But no one's really been good at it besides the Cleveland Browns in the divisional round. The Cleveland Browns did a great job of that. The running game never got going in that divisional game. But that offense just took so much time during their drives. They take these long drives and, kick a field goal, which is, deflating. Speaking of deflating, Tom Brady, deflating for an offense. But
I saw that coming.
But the Browns did a really good job of slowing the game down, keeping Mahomes on the sideline, like you said, and that is a major key to the game, I think. And that is a great point you bring up. So if the Buccaneers offense, which they kind of did it with Rodgers, they took those drives. They took lots of runs. They'd come out methodical, traditional offense, run, pass, run, pass. Yeah. Maybe run, play action, and then you have a first down. Or, if you're ever playing the Packers, just throw it to where Kevin King is, and you'll score a touchdown. But no,
Ouch.
that's a huge point you bring up because that is what it could be one of the biggest key factors to this game is time of possession.
Okay, so there you have it. So there is it's time of possession. And containing this offense really is basically the keys to the game here. So when we come back, we're going to take a little break. We got hot takes coming up after the break. And I know that these guys, I don't know if they are prepared for the hot takes, but they better be because that's what's coming up next. So we got our hot takes, and then we'll get into game picks. So stand by for that. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. You're listening to Breakfast of Champions here on KCOU 88.1 FM. Back here live. You're listening to the Breakfast of Champions here on KCOU 88.1 FM, student voice in Mizzou Athletics. It is 9:33 Central Time a.m. Good morning. Glad you guys are here joining us on this fantastic Feel Good Friday. Say that 5 times fast. Too many F's for you to say. It's a crazy alliteration. It's all that coffee I got in my system. All right, so guys, We got a lot to get into, and it's Super Bowl weekend. We keep the conversation rolling here on Breakfast of Champions. We got more Super Bowl talk to talk about. Now, we could go either way with this, because I know during the break we were like, do we want to do, I was saying let's do some hot takes. But if we want to talk prop bets, now that I can endorse, because the prop bets were funny. We did the prop bets last week, and that was awesome. Or we could do hot takes. I leave this to the delegation. What do we say?
Maybe we each throw a hot take out there, and then we talk about prop bets.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
In our fresh cup of coffee this morning, we could just mix around all those ingredients.
Shake it up, shake it up. Show me what you got, show me what you got. All right, hot takes. Now we get into the fiery flaming habanero spice. Ain't nothing nice. Hot takes, spitting super hot fire.
Yeah, that's enough. I
Okay.
think we should wrap up the show now. And Brandon, it's your and I show from here on out. All right.
Deprivation. That's what that. Okay. All right. So who do I start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, meeny. Ryan. Okay, buddy. Hot take for Super Bowl 55. Do you have one? Do you have two? Do you have a few? Or what?
I've won.
Go right ahead. I'll bring in some music.
Okay, I might have two.
It's all you, bud.
I have two. My first hot take, and it's funny because these are two hot takes that do not go hand in hand. It's just a hot take. It does not mean that I truly believe this is going to happen.
It's facts.
But
Disclaimer.
in the last 20 seasons, the number one ranked yards per game offense has been in the Super Bowl 6 times prior to this Super Bowl. All but one lost.
Kansas City Chiefs?
No, the 2009 Saints.
Wait, what? Hold on. Say that again.
The 2009 Saints.
Before that. All but one loss. What was the all but what was the offense?
Yards per game.
Yards per game.
Number one offense, yards per game.
All but one loss. 2009 Saints.
Yes, so the other 5 lost.
Okay, now that makes sense.
got it.
I had to
That
process
makes
it.
more sense,
Yeah.
And now the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and they are the number one offense in yards per game.
Okay.
So the trend is they'd lose.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
I'm gonna stick with it.
They lose.
No, not just that. My hot take is that they have under 250 total yards of offense.
Wow. Tyreek Hill. No, not very nice. You
Which-
don't have a good game.
They usually do that in the first quarter or half. For definitely the first half. But they usually do it in the first quarter.
Wow.
Under 250 yards total offense.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a good hot take. Hold on real quick.
Can book it.
Okay. So now that that's over.
Don't book that one though.
Okay, it was a thanks.
Don't book that one.
Thanks for participating.
That's just what hot takes are for, you know.
Spicy. Brandon, what do you think?
Okay. I'm going to say for my hot take, I've been thinking about it over here. Tom Brady, Mr. GOAT himself, is going
Stop.
is going to outperform Patrick Mahomes in this game. He's going to throw for 5 touchdowns and 330 yards plus in Super Bowl. And he's going to let the whole world know that he is the GOAT. And he's going to get his 7th ring on his finger. That's my hot take.
Dear Lordy May, 5 tutties.
That man's got a San Francisco 49ers heart tried and true. That's what he's got. That's hard. That's hard to say because I know that you don't endorse the GOAT conversation because, I mean, you know where you come from. But at the same time, this is the same team that broke your heart on the biggest stage of them all. So, little Bay Area kid getting a little bit of redemption. It's kind of full circle for you. So I can stand behind that. That's a good hot take. It's hot, but it's a good take. It's a good take. It's very hot.
Whoa.
Very hot.
Scorching hot.
Okay.
That's what I got.
All right. Well, here's mine. Here goes nothing. So go back to Super Bowl 50.
Oh, stop.
Nope. Shut up. Go back to Super Bowl 50. 2016. It would have been, what, 5 years ago yesterday. Man, can you believe that?
The happiest day of my life.
It was the happiest day of my life. I cried like a baby. You ever had that feeling, Brandon? No, you haven't.
Yeah, stop talking about that feeling,
Okay.
please.
So anyway, Super Bowl
Been in
50.
tears for the only two I've seen. So continue.
Our defense stopped a good offense. Matter of fact, stopped the MVP. I don't think your defense has done that. All right, so Von Miller, not very nice. Von Miller recorded 6 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 quarterback hurries, and was named the Super Bowl 50 MVP. Guess who he went up against in that Super Bowl? Offensive tackle Mike Rimmers. Mike Rimmers didn't have a good day. Guess who Shaq Barrett, who was also on that Super Bowl 50 roster and was under Von Miller that same game, is going up against in Super Bowl 55? Mr. Mike Rimmers. Guess who's going to be the MVP in Super Bowl 55? Shaq Barrett. Guess who's going to win the Super Bowl? Obviously, Tampa Bay. Guess who's going to have 3 sacks like they did last week? NFC Championship. They had 3 sacks, 5 quarterback hurries. Same remedy, same formula. Shaq Barrett has a game. 3 sacks, 5 quarterback hurries, 1 forced fumble, and he forces at least one Patrick Mahomes interception. 1 interception. And you know what? Patrick Mahomes still has a Patrick Mahomes game, 220 some odd yards. It's like, dude, really? Like, you still had a decent, good game. Like, you're putting up Mitchell Trubisky numbers and you're crying. Come on now. And then again, it's Mitchell Trubisky, but you can book it. I'm going to say Shaq Barrett is your MVP of Super Bowl 55, and he has a phenomenal game. He's wearing number 58.
what?
He's wearing number 58 too, so let's take it back. Run it back. There you go. Tampa Bay Bucks get Tom Brady his 7th ring, and he's working on his 3rd binder after this year. So there you go. That's my hot take. I like Shaq Barrett as the MVP. So that is as hot as it gets. Do we want to take another quick break? Then when we come back, maybe do some prop bets, or let's just jump right into prop bets before our next break, because we can make picks after the next break. So swinging music back over to the betting man. I'm going to get some hype music in. Hit us with those prop bets, Mr. Crothers.
I thought you were playing the music first. My bad.
Oh, no. Go ahead, man.
All right. Last week we did like the funny prop bets, like the joke prop bets. I have a couple of those.
Yes.
But I also have some about the actual game itself that I thought were interesting. First, offensive play of the game. Run or pass. Run is currently the favorite, minus 130. Pass is dead even. You bet $1, you win $1. Run or pass, first play. It's you don't have to raise your hand. It's up in the air.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm going to go run.
Run?
Yeah, just because I think usually I can't remember seeing a Super Bowl kickoff without a run, honestly, the last few years. So I'm going to go run.
Expect the unexpected. Get some cojones. Let's go pass, baby. I don't know who's getting the ball first, but I'm here for the passing game. I always like to be the fork in the road. Give me the detour. I'm going pass.
I'm going pass too, and here's why. Chiefs are always going to pass the ball.
Facts.
They're never not going to pass the ball. So they could run like a weird play that we've never seen before, and Andy Reid's a genius. But if the Bucks have the ball, guaranteed play action first play. Guaranteed. You can book it. Like guaranteed. And when it happens, I'll be like, very nice. I'm so smart.
Very nice. All right. What's the next one?
Will the game go to overtime?
Oh.
Yes or no? Yes is plus 850. Super big underdog. No is minus 2,500. So no one would ever bet on no here, because you won't win much money. But if you bet on yes, you'll win a good amount of money if it goes into overtime.
I might place a bet on that after. Oh, excuse me. Was I supposed to say that on air? I might, evaluate that after the show. Yeah, it's going to over. No, I'm kidding. I don't think it's going to overtime.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so either, because the Chiefs are going to win by more than 14.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Did I say something?
Ouch.
Rude.
Next one. Let's get a little. It's the weekend coming up, right? The weekend. It's the weekend, you know.
Blinded by the lights, baby.
Oh, yeah. I literally cannot feel my face when it's cold.
Oh, my God, these
Halftime show.
puns.
Halftime show. They're so stupid. Will a football be used as a prop during the halftime show? Yes, plus 375. No, minus 600.
Fun fact, did you know that The Weeknd invested $7 million of his own money into this halftime show by himself? That's according to Complex Magazine. If you don't have a football on hand with that $7 million, you're crazy. You spent too much money on this. I'm going to go ahead and say, yeah, The Weeknd's got something in store, and it's probably going to involve a football. Give me yeah.
Yeah, why not? Let's have some fun. Let's go too. I think the Weeknd's going to have a football involved.
Hell yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Hell yeah.
Switch it up a little bit. They gotta defer themselves from the competition to past Super Bowl halftime shows. Yeah, they're
Exactly.
gonna have a football.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't put money on this already. Wink, wink. Yes, I think yes. The last time I personally can think that football was used as a prop during a halftime show was Lady Gaga when she jumped off the stage and caught the ball. Do you remember that?
No.
I have a weird memory. This one I thought was really interesting.
Okay.
I could either stick with halftime or I could go to another interesting one.
Detour, you got anything on...
Detour. Skirt, skirt.
Okay, fine.
Over, under, 2.5 players to have a passing attempt. Overs plus 110, unders minus 145.
Are we talking...
To be clear, this means that more than 2 players have a passing attempt.
Non-QB, right?
Well, it could be anybody. Saying like Blaine Gabbert comes in the game, throws it. It's just over under 2.5 players to have a passing attempt. Under, you're thinking, nope, just 2 starting quarterbacks. Over, you're thinking, well, there's some trick plays up their sleeve.
Oh, yeah. You got to think like that if you're the Kansas City Chiefs. That's your MO. That's your watermark. Absolutely. And I think even you could say the same thing for the Bucs if it push comes to shove and you need to get fancy with it. I think you have to expect the unexpected. So give me the over. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the over too. Usually in the Super Bowl, you see this highlight play that everyone talks about that wins the game for the other team, and usually most of the time that's a trick play. I'm gonna go the over.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they pull out in Super Bowl 54? They pulled out a pass play where maybe it was Tyreek Hill got on a sweep or an end around, and he was looking for Patrick Mahomes. Maybe it was an incomplete pass, but I don't know if they kicked him out.
They had that notorious 3rd and 15 play called the Wasp that went for first.
Yeah.
And put them in the field goal range, which was the start of their comeback.
Yeah.
And then the year before, and then obviously Minneapolis Super Bowl 52, they had the Philly special.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we'll see 2.5 more passes. Yeah.
I like that. We got one more. One room for one more.
One more? Okay.
We'll go break.
What color will the Gatorade be that's poured on the winning coach? Orange plus 150, red plus 165. Lime green, yellow are all combined, plus 350. Clear/waters, plus 625. Blue is plus 800. Purple's plus 1500. Granted, note, Chiefs poured orange on Andy Reid last year.
Brandon, you got this one. I don't pay attention to my Gatorades.
Was red an option?
Red is an option. It's the
Big Red!
Second favorite.
Clifford
I'm gonna go
Gang!
You're going red?
Yeah.
I just threw up a gang sign on a live stream. Let me go ahead and go. Stop it. Put that down. Let me go. That's awkward. Let me go blue. I'll go blue.
Ooh, you
Give me
can make some
blue.
good money.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, my gut is telling me lime.
Hey, ain't a crime without the lime. I don't know.
Stop.
That was-
Seriously.
Quit with the poetry, Keegan.
Yeah, that's enough.
All right. When we come back, we're taking a break. After the break, we got game picks. We're going to make our final picks here on Breakfast of Champions ahead of Super Bowl week. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to the Breakfast of Champions here on KCOU 88.1 FM, Student Voice, Mizzou Athletics. Back here live on KCOU 88.1 FM. Student voice of Mizzou Athletics. Feeling good on this Feel Good Friday. So, yeah, we got the last 5 minutes of the show here. We're going to make game picks. And, yeah, I feel like we should go around the room here. But before we do, we got our producer, Teddy, and I owe him a huge shout out because this man is willing to wake up every single morning and help us get the show started, get it going, get us on air. And without him, man, we don't even get to see the light of day on air. So big shout out to him. And with that, I want to bring him on because I want him to do the honors and make the first pick of this segment here. So Teddy, if you can hear me, buddy, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. You know the deal. You've been listening to the conversation, my friend. Who do you like in Super Bowl 55 as your Super Bowl champion? Wonder if he can hear us. Maybe. I think he can hear us. I don't know if he's talking on air.
Oh man, if I got to go with my picks, the grandfather of all, it's the Super Bowl. It does not get much better than this. It's going to be a good one. You know, you guys have been breaking it down. I've been listening, been taking it all in. But I got to say, I think the Chiefs take it this year. I think we're looking at a repeat for Kansas City. It's going to be tough. Like you said, you know, the young GOAT versus the reigning, you know, the man who reigns supreme in the NFL, Tom Brady. It's going to be a matchup that's going to go down in history. I'm excited. But I do think that the Chiefs are going to run it back, and Andy Reid's and his mastermind are going to end up taking it over the Buccaneers this year.
I don't know if you said a score. I might have missed it. Did you say a score on this one?
You know what? Score, let's go with, I'm feeling 31-24. Chiefs take it this year.
You can book it.
Love to see it, Teddy. Love to see it.
Can.
Good pick, man. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, not really a you know my stance on the Kansas City Chiefs. All right.
Brandon, that score that Teddy gave was close to last year's Super Bowl.
It is. That's scary. That is scary that you bring that up. That's a good point. Thank you.
I just want to fuel the fire before Brandon goes.
Thank you real quick, Teddy. I just appreciate all that you do. So back in the house of Keegan here. Brandon, your team suffered a tragic loss to this Kansas City Chiefs football team. What do you see happening in this one? Do you see redemption for your boys?
I wouldn't call it redemption for my boys because we're not in the Super Bowl anywhere close this season.
Yeah.
But
Technically, it's a Bay Area boy getting you some redemption. He's got Bay Area blood.
Yeah. So here's the deal. This season, I am sick and tired of this whole postseason. I've tried this little reverse psychology thing saying, oh, Kansas City's going to win, and tried to do the reverse psychology. That hasn't worked, obviously. Here we are, Kansas City in the Super Bowl again. So for the Super Bowl, I'm not going to go reverse psychology. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game. Do the unthinkable. Shock the world. It'll be close, but never count out the man himself, the GOAT, Tom Brady.
Stop.
I think he's going to get a 7th ring. I think Tampa Bay is going to control the clock. They're going to put up enough points, and Shaq Barrett's going to have a day, as Keegan mentioned earlier. I like Tampa Bay, and I'm sorry, Columbia and Kansas City. Well, you're going to be in the same exact boat that I was last year, and kind of like how you let me hear about it, you'll also hear about it. I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
Bull crap. You ain't sorry about 5-7-3 losing. What's the score? Give me the score.
I'm going to go 34-27. It's my score.
Okay, close one.
It's gonna be close.
It was the same score that they had in Week 11 when it was Kansas City off, obviously. Well, maybe it might have been a little closer, but around that ballpark. Ryan, real quick, what do you think?
I thought it was 27-24.
Tomato.
I guess so. Win's a win.
Right.
Look, this is the worst Super Bowl my entire life. Patriots, Seahawks, close second.
Depression.
100%.
Patriots Seahawks is my worst, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, this one's worse for me, but that's easy second. I'm a realist. I call it how it is. I call the real. The Kansas City Chiefs will win by more than 14. 34-17. Chiefs are going to look phenomenal. Well, actually, they're going to start off slow. Mahomes going to throw a pick on the first drive. And then the Bucs are going to score a touchdown. You're like, ooh. And then the Chiefs are going to be like, oh, that's cute. You have a lead? Yeah. Okay.
Hold my
Chiefs
beer.
win 34-17.
Okay. 34-17.
MVP. Tom Brady's going to throw a pick six. He's also going to have 3 total interceptions. Prove that he truly is washed up and that this super team that he's on has carried him to a Super Bowl. And I will debate anyone on that.
Hot take. All right. Last team to repeat, you know the deal. 2004, 2005 New England Patriots. Actually, 2004, 2005 New England Patriots. They did it against the Panthers and the Eagles in that time frame. Chiefs are trying to chase greatness. They're trying to be that next team. They're trying to repeat. They want that. They want to run it back. They're hungry, and they will let nothing get in their way. Except for the man that repeated back in 2004 and 2005, and that being Tom Brady. The man don't go down without a fight, baby. Go ahead and give me Tom Brady and the Bucs. Tampa Bay is back, boy. And guess what? You put him back on top, the man's going to be back again next year. He's going to have gray hairs and everything. He's literally going to be filing for AARP, coming back, kicking butt, taking names. Give me the Tampa Bay Bucs, and they're going to win by 14 and shock the world. It's going to be an interception from Mahomes, and my boy Shaquille is going to get that MVP there. And with that being said,
You can book it.
the Tampa Bay Bucs are your Super Bowl 55 champions. Sorry, Kansas City. Guess what? You get to live through depression like I did in Super Bowl 48.
And 54.
When you guys made fun of me and said
me.
the women's hockey team scored more than my team. Oh, dude, I hope something happens like that to you guys. Redemption. Payback is watch your mouth. Go ahead and give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that is all I got to say on that. With that being said, you have been listening to the Breakfast of Champions here on KCOU.
We probably lost a few listeners, honestly.
It don't matter.
Especially with your rapping. Not so nice.
It don't matter. You can book it. Thank you, Teddy, for being the producer, holding it down in studio. Sorry you have to put up with our loud voices every single week, but we love you for that. Thank you for everybody to listening, tuning in the Student Center. Sorry if you walked out to that rant. And go Bucks, Tampa Bay. Let's go. Run it back. You are listening to the Breakfast Champions. Have been. Thank you. This is KCOU 88.1 FM. See you next week. Have a very, very, very great weekend.
Deuces.